Hello there, my name is James and I live with the rare condition called acromegaly. I do have surgery coming up soon, but I wanted to kind of take today to go over the last several months here and kind of share with you what life has been like living with this condition. With that being said, I'd like to take us back a few months ago to when I got engaged. As I shared in a previous video, we didn't want to wait to get married until after I have brain surgery. We basically decided to speed run the wedding process, and I proposed to her. We planned our wedding and got married within around 5 weeks. It was a very, very stressful time. That's something that really doesn't help my condition by any means, adding a bunch of stress, but that was just something that was really important to both of us, that we were married before this major surgery, and so we made it a priority to focus on. Now, I've really been struggling with how to present how things are going in life right now, and that's because I have a lot of conflicting emotions about my life right now. Like, yes, there's a lot of things that I'm really thankful for and excited about and that has been happening, but then it's always masked with this pain, this agony, this depression, this hopelessness. And a lot of times I feel like it's not well understood, given the fact that all the pain that I experience is internal and it's not necessarily externally visible. I feel like it's hard for a lot of people to grasp. A great example is actually our wedding. It turned out amazing in every way. With the help of family and friends and even vendors coming together, we were able to accomplish the wedding that we have been wanting for a very long time. We got married at a lighthouse, and that was something that was so special to us. And Emily she wanted to have live performed music, and our family members came together for that. We had a pastor that just gave a beautiful sermon. We had a DJ who just killed it, did amazing, and a hall that was decorated by family and friends. It was just a beautiful day. It went by in a flash, and people saw me functioning. I was doing great, but boy was I sore. I was in so much pain physically. I was just drained. That was something I knew I was going to be sacrificing for the day, right? Because I knew I was going to be pushing myself too much. But I wasn't about to sacrifice on what we wanted. I wasn't about to let this condition win, but I paid for it. Weeks after, at least 2 weeks, I was so stiff, so sore. I could barely breathe at times. My chest, my sternum was popping and cracking, the headaches, the heat, just overwhelming. And you know, the other thing with the wedding too is something that I wanted for that day. First and foremost was my beautiful wife, who was ready to spend the rest of her life with me. Finding that life partner is such an amazing thing. So that was great. That was beautiful. That was wonderful. But the other goal I had set for myself was to be healthy and well, to be able to start our family together. And I'm not there. I wasn't there. I wanted to look good for that day. I looked good, as good as I could, but it's not what I wanted. It's not the good that I wanted. So I had to let that go. After the wedding, we had to immediately drive across country to go to Emily's next assignment. But we decided to make the best of it. We're gonna stop at as many places as we can. We made a drive through the Badlands. We missed the Wall Drug Store, but we did see the Corn Palace. After the Badlands, we hit up the Black Hills. We saw Mount Rushmore. And then we drove through Custer State Park, got to see the wildlife there, drove through Needles Highway. Cars were going through those tunnels. And then after that, we got to drive through the Tetons in the mountains, and it was just beautiful. It's beautiful out there. And it's a good thing a lot of that was just in the car driving, because yeah, I was in a lot of pain. I cannot wait to be done with the pain, and I really hope that this surgery does it.
Go Badlands! It's hard! Or Thomas Padlet.
Now, as you can imagine, a wedding, traveling across the country, our budget has been tight, and it was made even more tight by other factors through Emily's employment, but I also have had a hard time working as my condition has worsened. And so my income has been directly impacted by my health. You throw in there that my car needed repairs as well, and now we're having to cover all these different medical bills that are coming our way, and it has been financially tough. I say all this because there are videos that I've wanted to create here on this channel that I feel like would be really helpful and beneficial for people, but I just haven't had the time or resources to allocate to it because I am doing my best to invest that time into things that are more of a guarantee that I will make an income, but it kills me inside because I love this, and I used to be able to do this and make a living. And then I just feel like I'm such a burden. I just hate how much has been stolen from me by this. I just long so much to have my body function. After my first appointments with Mayo and the aftermath of that, I actually got to go back north and spend time with family on our trip up to Hayward, Wisconsin. We did our annual fishing trip up there, and I was faced with the news that it was the last time we were going to be at this campground and on this lake. My family's been camping on that lake for 40 years. And so there was a lot of emotions wrapped up in that too. And the fact that this was going to be my last time being able to camp with all of our family on that lake, and now it's just masked with this pain, this physical pain and limitations that my body has. I felt like it stole that too. You want to talk about the biggest thing that's been stolen is all of my progress. What took me 7-ish years to lose, over 200 pounds, it's almost all back. Almost every pound. I'm probably pushing 530 right now. Took almost 7 years to lose, and it all came back within 2. I think that has been the hardest thing to face. And with that, and with my weight gain, and my body feeling worse, and just my hormones being out of whack, I've not been myself. You can go back to old videos. You can see me. But he's not gone. That positive nature still wants to come out. But I have been wrestling with a lot of thoughts, and I think the predominant one has been, does everything have a reason? You know, I've been talking with a lot of people within the acromegaly community, both through messages and through phone calls, through chats, and I have to say I'm lucky. I'm actually very lucky because I've caught it young, and I've caught it while it's still small, and I caught it before any other major issues. I have heard horror stories from these people, and it breaks my heart to see like what they have been through, how they've been treated. It raises up a fury within me. You would not believe the things that I've seen and that I've heard from these people and what they've endured, how the healthcare system has treated them, and it makes me really wrestle with that idea of like, why? Why were these people and why was I given this condition? Does there need to be a purpose in that? And I think I've landed in this camp of there doesn't need to be a purpose. It's just bad. We're just the unlucky ones. But that doesn't mean that our condition doesn't have to have purpose. We can make it have purpose. And I think that this could apply to many areas of life, but it doesn't matter so much that we have been unlucky and that we have been given this. What does matter is what we do with it. I'm going to continue to share my experience as much as I can here. I'm going to make things later on to help those that are going through the same thing. But what I'm not going to do is let this thing win. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I know it wasn't an easy one. I don't think I said this in the last video, but my appointment is actually scheduled for July 11th. So it'll be coming up soon, and I hope to have another video out before then, but if not, I'll see you guys on the other side.
It's corn!